So as you may remember, a few days ago, XXXTENTACION took to his Instagram story to tell fans that he was facing some new charges in that 2017 domestic abuse case that he had with his girlfriend, and that he could potentially be going away for a long time. So he wanted all of his fans to come out and support him at his court date, which was today. And it looks like that took a turn for the worst. Because obviously they're XXXTentacion fans, so they're not normal people. And he was found, first of all, he was found not guilty or innocent, but he's being held by the judge until the trial was finished, because of course his fans were sending death threats to the judge, which pissed him off, and had X be held by the judge until things were finished. So he was sent straight to jail this morning after prosecutors slapped him with 7 new charges, all of which are felonies. And so these new charges include different degrees of witness tampering and witness harassment, all centered around the fact that he apparently was threatening his girlfriend and telling her to drop the case, which she did. And he was already, like we said, facing charges of battery and false imprisonment against his girlfriend. And then obviously she released, a few months ago, she released kind of this full court transcript of everything that he had ever done to her, which was shocking to everybody, and kind of turned the tide for good, I think, against XXXTentacion on the internet. If you go on Twitter, apart from his diehard fans, it looks like everybody's kind of calling for this guy to get locked up. And regardless of whether he did or didn't do it, it kind of seems like the evidence is stacking against him to the point where even if he didn't do all of this, it's clear that some part of it is truthful and there has to be some kind of truth behind this. Otherwise, this would not have gone this far and he wouldn't be back in court again, especially after he was already freed. So he filed this document earlier this month that was allegedly signed by his girlfriend, stating that he no longer wanted to be prosecuted. And I think that's kind of the central piece of this case. And so at Friday's hearing, the judge said he violated his bond from the initial arrest, so he was sent to jail and he's being held, and there's no bail, so he can't get out on bail no matter what. And so he'll now be, he's obviously, until the real trial, which had to be rescheduled, he'll remain behind bars, but he's now facing decades in prison, which could be, it seems like that's the way it's going. It's a similar, I mean, if you think about it, you can compare it to the TK case, whereas they have these diehard fans online, XXX more so, but TK to an extent, that are calling for them to be freed, but there just seems to be so much evidence against them that it's like, yeah, these guys are dope rappers, but should they really be walking the streets, especially XXXTentacion, who seems like he's not remorseful about this, and he says he's ready to like move forward and be done with this. But I think anybody would say that if they were facing decades in jail, and it's not clear whether or not, like, how much truth there is to this, but it seems to be that there is at least some, and that he could have possibly coerced his girlfriend to drop this case. So we will keep you updated on his final verdict. He's, like I said, he's being held until the trial, so as soon as he faces the real trial, we'll let you know. This has been Local Savage News.
That's what I thought you said. Now let me offer this as a rebuttal.